A 19 by 9.5 ET25 wheel with 265 tires will literally destroy your B8 S4's fenders. I've seen it happen. Yet the same car can run 19 by 10 ET38 with zero issues if you know the tricks. Your B8 S4 is a performance beast with 333 horsepower and Quattro all-wheel drive, but the wrong wheels can turn it into an undrivable mess. I'm talking tires, shredding fenders, vibrations at highway speeds, even suspension damage. Today, we're covering everything about B8 S4 wheel fitment, from safe OEM-plus setups to aggressive stance builds. We'll reveal the exact specs that work, which tires to run, and how low you can go before things get ugly. Plus, I'll share real owner examples with specific part numbers and costs. Let's start with what Audi gave us from the factory. The B8 S4 came with two main wheel options. Base models got 18 8-inch wheels with an ET47 offset, wrapped in two 45/40 or 18 tires. These sit pretty tucked in the fenders, safe but boring. The upgrade was 19 8.5-inch peeler wheels at ET43 offset with two 55/35 R19 tires. Despite being wider with lower offset, these still don't rub at stock height. Audi engineered them perfectly. Here's the critical stuff you need to memorize. Every B8 S4 uses a 5 by 112mm bolt pattern with a 66.5mm center bore. The lug bolts are 14 a 1.5mm with ball seats, not conical like most aftermarket wheels. Stock offsets range from ET41 to ET47. Some markets got 20-inch wheels. 20S 8.5 ET41 with 255/30 R20 tires, but no US spec S4 came with 20s from the factory. Keep these numbers handy because they're your baseline for any modifications. Now for the fun stuff, aftermarket wheels. The most popular upgrade is what we call OEM-plus. This means 19 by 9.5-inch wheels with offset between ET35 and ET40, running 255/35 R19 tires. This setup sits flush without rubbing, fills the wheel gap nicely, and maintains your speedometer accuracy. One AutoZine member ran VMR V803 wheels in 19 by 9.5 ET45 with H&R sport springs. Perfect flush stance, zero rubbing, totally daily drivable. For this OEM-plus setup, popular wheels include VMR V710 or V803 at about $300 to $350 each, Avant-Garde M590 around $400 each, or Rotiform RSC at $500 per wheel. If you want premium quality, BBS-CHR in 19 by 9.5 runs about $700 each, but they're forged and incredibly strong. The key is staying around 9 to 9.5 inches wide, with offset 5 to 8 millimeters lower than stock, so target ET35 to ET40. Want maximum visual impact? Step up to 20-inch wheels. The sweet spot is 20 Stein ET32 with 245/30 R20 tires. This sits fairly flush. The lower offset and wider wheel pushes out about 15 millimeters compared to stock. One owner ran OEM titanium-style 20x9 wheels with 255/35 R20 tires at stock height with zero issues. But here's the catch. If you lower the car, those 255/35 20s will rub because they're about an inch taller than stock. Stick to 245/30 or 255/30 profile for lowered cars. On the opposite end, some owners downsize to 18s for track use or winter driving. Common fitment is 18 8.5 or 18 by 9 with 245/40 or 255/40 R18 tires. Apex Wheels recommends 18 by 9 ET25 with 255/40 R18 as a bolt-on track setup. That's aggressive. The wheels poke out 20 millimeters more than stock, but it widens your track for better cornering. Popular 18-inch performance wheels include Apex EC7 at $400 each, NK RPF1 around $350 to $500, and OZ Ligera HLT at $500 per wheel, all significantly lighter than stock for better acceleration and braking. Now let's talk limits. How wide can you go before rubbing? On stock fenders with moderate lowering, the maximum is a 9.5-inch wheel with 255 tires at around ET38 to ET40. Push it to 265 tires, and you'll kiss the fenders over bumps. One owner with 19 by 9.5 ET40 and Michelin PS4S in 265/35R19 had occasional rubbing even at stock height. The 265 width was about 10 millimeters too wide. After rolling his fender lip slightly, the rubbing stopped. For offset, the lowest you can run on 8.5 to 9.5-inch wheels without major poke is ET32 to ET35. Apex's flush street spec is 19 by 9 ET32 with 255 tires, right at the edge but still streetable. Try something crazy like ET25 or ET30 on a 9.5 without modifications, and your wheels will stick out past the fenders. One user asked about running 18 by 9.5 ET22. The consensus was that's only feasible with custom wide fenders or extreme negative camber. Not practical for the street. But what if you're willing to modify? Rolling the fender lips gains you about 5 millimeters of clearance. This turns a rubbing setup into a non-rubbing one. With rolled fenders and aggressive alignment, you can manage 19 by 10 wheels. The offset needs to be ET35 to ET40 with 205 or 265 tires. Some have achieved 19 by 9.5, ET25 with 265/35R19 and negative 2.5 degrees of camber. Apex tested 19 by 10, ET38 with 275 for 35R19. It fits if you roll the fenders and maybe add a 3mm spacer up front for suspension clearance. Let's talk rubber. For summer street performance, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S is king. S4 owners love it for wet and dry grip plus decent tread life. Expect to pay over $300 per tire in 19-inch sizes. Continental Extreme Contact Sport is slightly cheaper with similar performance. The new Bridgestone Potenza Sport is getting rave reviews too. Budget option? Firestone Firehawk Indy 500. It's basically a rebadged Bridgestone with great grip for the money, just more road noise. For track use, you want 200 treadwear extreme performance tires. The Bridgestone RE71RS is basically a cheater slick that transforms your S4's handling. Also consider Yokohama A052, Dunlop Durezza Zerhis, or Kumho V710. These run wide for their size. A 255 extreme tire fits like a 265 street tire. For serious time trials, semi-slicks like Nitto NTU01 or Toyo RR888 provide incredible grip once warm. Just remember, more grip means your stock brake pads will fade quickly. Upgrade those too. Need year-round capability? The Continental DWS06 Plus dominates all season polls. Over 50% of B8 S4 owners choose it. Good dry grip, excellent wet traction, and light snow capability with a 50,000-mile warranty. Michelin Pilot Sport. All Season 4 feels closest to a summer tire while handling cold weather. For dedicated winter, narrow is better. 235/45R18 or 225/50R17 cuts through snow. Top picks include Michelin X Ice Snow, Bridgestone Blizzak WS90, or Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3. Sometimes you need spacers to fine-tune fitment. Two main reasons: clearing brake calipers or achieving perfect flush. Use hub-centric spacers only. The 66.5mm center bore is critical. Cheap lug-centric spacers cause vibrations every time. For spacers over 5mm, you need extended lug bolts. Quality brands include H&R Track Plus, ECS Tuning, and Eibach. Expect $100 to $150 per pair with bolts. Never stack spacers, and ensure at least 7 full turns of thread engagement. Your suspension setup massively impacts fitment. Lowering looks great but reduces fender clearance. The good news? Multi-link suspension like the S4's gains negative camber when lowered, which helps tuck the wheels. Many find that a 19 by 9.5 ET40 setup that rubbed at stock height no longer rubs after lowering with added camber. Coilovers beat springs for fitment. Adjustable height lets you dial it perfectly, and the narrower spring perches create more inner clearance. After lowering, always get an alignment. Target about negative 1.5 degrees front and 1.8 rear for a good street setup that aids fitment. Here's where people mess up. First, Wrong hub bore. Many aftermarket wheels have 72.6 or 73.1 millimeter bores and need hub-centric rings. No rings equals vibration city. Second, incorrect offset. Too high and you hit suspension components. Too low and you're playing fender tag. Third, mismatched hardware. OEM wheels use ball seat bolts. Most aftermarket use 60-degree conical. Mix them up and your wheel could literally fall off. Fourth, overly stretched tires. Mild stretch is okay, but extreme stretch on a heavy S4 risks debeating. I've seen it happen. Tire unseats, instant flat, nearly causes a wreck. Fifth mistake, cheap replica wheels. They're heavy, hard to balance, and crack easily. One AutoZine member cracked 2 replica RS4 wheels in one winter. The metal was garbage. Sixth, ignoring load ratings. Your S4 weighs 4,200 pounds loaded. Each wheel needs at least 15-20 pound capacity for safety. Seventh, not planning for big brake kits. If you might upgrade brakes later, ensure your wheels have spoke clearance. Some pretty wheels won't clear upgraded calipers. Final mistake, focusing only on offset while ignoring width. ET35 on an 8.5-inch wheel sits totally different than ET35 on a 10-inch wheel. Where should you buy wheels? For ultimate fitment control, threepiece.us builds custom-forged wheels to your exact specs. They're fitment experts who can craft the perfect offset for your goals. No spacers needed. Yes, custom-forged wheels start around $4,000 a set, but you're getting aerospace-grade quality and perfect fitment. For off-the-shelf options, stick to reputable retailers like Tire Rack, Fitment Industries, or ECS Tuning. Forums and Facebook groups often have quality used wheels at half price. Just verify the specs and check for damage. Avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Real BBS wheels cost $700 each, not $800 for a full set. Let's look at real owner setups. First, a 2012 S4 with VMR V803 wheels, 19 by 9.5 ET45, running 255-55-35 R19 Firehawks on H&R sport springs. Result? Perfect flush stance, no rubbing, totally daily drivable. No fender mods needed. This is textbook OEM-plus, safe but stylish. Second example, 2015 S4 with Avant-Garde. M590 wheels, 19 by 9.5 ET40. Michelin PS4S 265-35 R19. This pushed the limits. Stock height had occasional rear rubbing. After rolling the fender lips and adding lowering springs, the extra camber eliminated rubbing. Very flush, aggressive look. Third example, track-focused 2013 S4. Apex EC7 wheels, 18 by 9.5 ET35 with 255 I40 or 18 RE71R tires. Bilstein PSS10 coilovers, -2 degrees front camber. Zero rubbing, perfect brake clearance, 4 pounds lighter per corner. Lap times dropped significantly. Fourth, show car 2014 S4. Roadiform 3-piece 20x10 ET43, all around with 255 30R20 tires on air suspension. Fenders rolled and pulled. When aired out, it's millimeters from the ground. At ride height, drivable without rubbing. This is extreme, requires significant work, but stunning results. Let's recap the key numbers. Your B8 S4 uses 5 by 112 bolt pattern, 66.5 millimeter hub bore. For easy upgrades, stick to 19 by 9.5 wheels between ET35 and ET45 with 255-35 R19 tires. Maximum without mods is about 9.5 inches ET40 with 265 tires. Roll the fenders, and you can fit 10-inch wheels or more aggressive offsets. For wheels, budget $1,200 to $2,000 for quality cast or flow-formed, up to $4,000 plus for custom forged. Tires run $800 to $1,400 per set, depending on performance level. Don't forget alignment after lowering, about $150 to $250. Total build cost for a proper wheel and tire upgrade with mild lowering? Expect $3,000 to $6,000 all in. There you have it. Everything you need to know about B8 S4 wheel fitment. Whether you're going OEM-plus or full stance mode, Use these specs to avoid expensive mistakes. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. And if you want the perfect custom fitment, check out threepiece.us, link in the description. Subscribe for more Audi content, and remember, proper fitment isn't just about looks, it's about doing it right.